Many families in developing countries, and particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, do not have access to clean, safe drinking water. Proper sanitation facilities are also rare, particularly in informal settlements and peri-urban areas. Despite the valiant efforts by local and national governments, international NGOs, foundations and corporations to bring clean water and sanitation facilities to sub-Saharan Africa, lower-income residents often lack access to these basic needs that so many of us in the developed world take for granted. Women and young children are greatly affected by the lack of water and boreholes. They would walk long distances to the nearby water point, which tend to be overcrowded. People queue to get water, but at times there are some individuals who would want to skip the queue. As a result, violence can break out. To promote community health and easily accessible water supply, boreholes are drilled in communal land so that the community can benefit from it. To ensure sustainability of the borehole, one member of the community is entrusted to take full responsibilities of its management.
My name is Joel Noi Ijere. I come from this community of Oyola, and I belong to this church as a member. I thank the Stada for giving us this water, because we used to have a lot of problem before this borehole was drilled here. Some people used to go up to Alendu Primary School, which is around 1.5 kilometers, and also some going up to Nyamware, which is 1 kilometer, to look for the water. And the community here has been staying in a dry place, so we have been praying for water. And when they came, they have helped us, because now even the children going to the children of the schools, and now they can get water and wash their clothes and also take bath, because they used not to take bath, they only take bath once, but nowadays they can take bath anytime, and we appreciate them for what they have done to us. So we thank you. We thank the Stada for doing for us this.
Kenya has a vision of achieving 100% coverage of safe water supply and 100% access to basic sanitation services by 2030. Kenya is gradually improving the foundations of a well-functioning sector. The government and development partners are working together to improve the ways of working in the water, sanitation and hygiene sector. The government has led the process of developing the sector's vision also, and the strategies, which is focused on achieving universal access by 2030.
Despite Kenya facing enormous challenge in meeting human and ecological needs for water, the government of Kenya is putting measures in place to ensure that there is 100% water coverage for every household by year 2030. Currently, and I'm sure it's maybe somewhere down the line, we are standing at around 70%, but in the rural areas a bit low at maybe 50, 53, going to 60, and our target is to reach 60 to 70 in the rural areas. But in towns, we target 100% by 2030. And in accordance with our constitution, of course, the responsibility to access water for every person is laid on the state, and I dare say also the county governments. We therefore look forward to meeting goal number 6 to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. This will greatly improve the living standards of the people if we were to hit SDG 6.
So we started drilling boreholes in the community in the year 2022, and that was born out of the need of water in the communities that we work in. So primarily, STADA focuses on issues around girls and women's rights. And when we were visiting communities, we really saw water as something that really affected girls and women. So girls are the ones that fetch water, so they go for water, and at times they cover really long distances. And because we cover a lot of programs around sexual gender-based violence and just general rights of girls and women to education, to health, we felt that that was an area that we would cover, because when they cover very long distances, for example, to go and fetch water, then their safety is not really guaranteed, because of course the predators and perpetrators who are always looking for opportunities to be able to defile young girls and to rape women. And so that became an area of interest. When it came to the access to education, we know that women, and especially not women, but girls really lose a lot of school time because of water. So they have to go and fetch water when maybe their male counterparts are doing their homework, or they have to miss school hours because they need to go in. They need to go and fetch water. So that also became an area for us. And looking at the right to health, generally for girls and women, especially for times like the time that they're menstruating and all that, water is really an essential commodity for them. And so we felt that we could not really work in isolation. Like WASH is a really huge factor of gender equality, and so that is why we launched into the area of WASH. And water really is a priority when it comes to women's rights programming. Okay, so so far we can say that a lot of school hours have been restored among girls because they don't have to go long distances to fetch water. In schools, we have seen a lot of girls not miss school because they have to, maybe they need better sanitation and better hygiene, especially during their monthly periods where they need to be able to wash their hands, change their sanitary towels. Hygiene has greatly improved in the areas that we have, in the schools that we have drilled water. For the communities that we have so far drilled, girls and women don't have to cover long distances, so they have saved time to be able to do other things. But also we believe that even the issues that are the violations around water, like sexual violence, although we have not documented, we really believe that that could have shifted, because we noted a number of cases where there was sex for water, and also we would find a lot of violations when women cover long distances to go and fetch water. So we also believe that those have been reduced, because we try as much as possible to get water nearest to the communities that we work in.
Other than boreholes, Stada and Life Water Canada have been distributing water tanks and building hand washing stations in schools and communities. The project is done by utilizing water from the nearest water sources, including harvesting rainwater.
Mimi naitwa Alfred Gaga, ni mtu wa area hii. Area hii wako na shida ya maji sana sana, kama wakati wa drought, wamama wanaamuka saa 10 usiku kutafuta maji huko mtoni karibu 5 kilomita. Saa zingine mtungi moja wananunua kwa shilingi 50. Sasa mimi nafurahi sana kwa hii kampuni ya organization naitwa Standard kuletea maji karibu, naweza saidia watu. Nafurahi sana zaidi.
The unmindful wastage of clean drinking water is one of the most dangerous threats in the world. As we rally towards making water accessible to all, we urge all the communities that have benefited from this project to help us take good care of them. Every drop matters. My name is Brian Wekesa Wamunyinyi.